Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As usual, it's Diane Brooks. You can call me Diane Jerry as well, but as the title of the channel goes, just use Diane Brooks. So today I have good news for you. I remember a while back I asked you about Forex trading, and there were plenty of questions. There were so many questions that I had to compile and actually come up with this interview. So thank you so much for being here, and I have a guest today. Today we are at Windsor Brokers, and we're here to address questions about Forex trading, anything that you need to know about Forex. This is the place to be. And for starters, I will introduce my guest, and then from there on, we can pick up the conversation. So, hi Wachira.
Hi Diana.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you again.
Oh, I hadn't even noticed. Yeah, so thank you so much for having me over. And I guess you'll probably tell my people who you are, what you do.
Okay. So my name is Wachira, Wachira Kariuki. I'm part of Windsor Brokers. I've been a trader for a couple of years, decade plus, around 14 years plus. I've moved in various departments within Windsor, research, training, sales, retention. So I conduct trainings in Windsor, and I'm hoping today with my experience and understanding about markets, I can be able to guide and answer some of the questions you have, that hopefully you'll leave a bit more enlightened and with a bit more information and clarity regarding Forex trading, how it works, and why I think it's absolutely something that everyone should be able to get into because it's beneficial to everyone. And I think it's a fantastic investment to either learn, understand, or participate in. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Wachira. And I guess now you can trust the guy, because it's been how many years again? 14? That's plenty of time for someone who's a trainer for Forex. Okay, great. So Wachira, when did you learn that you wanted to venture into Forex trade?
Okay.
FX, let me just call it.
It used to be called FX, rightfully so, yeah. It's evolved, but people still call it FX. It's now called global markets.
So what's the new word?
It's global markets.
Global
markets.
markets.
FX used to be the main. Well,
no,
people call it
now global markets.
Global markets. Right? As you can see on this offering list we have here, about by the time I was starting FX, 90% of FX was just currencies. They had currencies, they had an index, the Jones, and maybe oil and commodity. Today we have added shares, we've added exchange traded funds, we've added treasury bonds, we've added, and we keep on adding, by the way. Right? The FX market continues to evolve and get more asset classes to be able to be traded. Although we just tell that people specialize, pick one thing that you understand and you're good at, and then try to become a better trader at that. Right? Remember, we're offering this particular service to both retail and institutions. So just because we have everything doesn't mean you should trade everything. There are more and more institutions, hedge funds, investment banks, commercial banks, high net worth individuals, fund managers who trade the same market. Right? The retail client has just been given access to the same platform as something they would not otherwise not have. Some of these things are not to be traded by everyone.
Yeah.
But it's important to understand that. Yes. No, I think this, I'll go through, maybe I should discuss step by step. So, Forex is foreign exchange. Right? It's basically what people call Forex, which is basically the currencies aspect of the FX market, of the global markets part. Right? So it is the exchange of currencies from one to another. It's like USD and Kenyan shilling. Right? It's always fluctuating, as everyone knows. Right now we are at a high of 130, we hit a high of 145. So if you have been holding dollars, that is the time to change them back into shillings. Right? And if you are buying a car or having an investment, you're importing something, you will have to change your money from shillings to dollars. Now, normally you go to a Forex bureau for this. It's a small amount of money. If it's a large amount of money, you do it in a commercial bank. Right? Now, imagine you could do that every single day. Change your money from shillings to dollars, wait for the dollar to increase, then change your money back to shillings. So essentially, that's what we have done. We created a platform where you're able to participate in that perpetual exchange on a daily basis. And the market moves 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. From Monday, 1 a.m. to Friday, midnight, the market is available and open. And the reason it's available and open is not because there are people who are waking up to trade at night. It's because it's technically a connection of all the world's global markets. Right? So when Asia is awake, right, it's called the East. Right? Their 8 a.m. is our 1 a.m. So 8 a.m. in the morning is our 1 a.m. on this side. The sun rises in the east. As you know, Australia and China and Japan are the first to see the sun. So they open their markets at 1 a.m. our time. By the time they are closing the markets at 8 a.m. now our time, it's almost 5 p.m. their time. They'll be awake for a whole day. So at 8 a.m. our time is when now they are closing. So at 8 a.m. that's when the London market kicks in. We call it the London market, but it's actually the entire European market, which goes all the way to around 3-4 p.m. Then the US market, the West, kicks in from around 4 p.m. Now 4 p.m. our time is 8 a.m. their time, right? So they now wake up and start pushing the market because now they're also trading all the way to midnight. So it's technically just a connection between the entire globe, and that's why it's now called global markets as opposed to Forex. Because it was called Forex because it was most commercial banks and investment banks that were trading and exchanging this money. But now the retail market has also, retail traders have kicked in and they can participate in the same market. And that's what essentially the FX market is. 14 years ago I heard about FX, I was curious, I was interested. That time there were no trainers, there was nobody who knew what was happening. There are a few people who had the knowledge but they're not willing to discuss and share. Which is one of the reasons why we created a very proper training schedule to be able to assist people, because the right trainer will cut the amount of time you spend in trying to learn. So I got the interest, I got into it. It was a difficult process back then because you don't know what you need to know, and you don't know exactly, and you don't know what you don't know. So you keep on making mistakes, and you don't even know how big the mistake is, or how important the mistake is, and what to correct it by how much and when. But that's a whole lot of trading. So we've done it so that they don't have to pay the same price we did.
Yeah, that's true, because I feel like most of the times people get into trading and they're like, oh, it's a scam, oh, they have done this, because they don't understand. I mean, it took you 14 years for you to get here, so you can understand the market. And that. So that means when you want to get into Forex, please do not rush. Also, get trainings. Wachira has told us that they offer trainings, and that is the most important thing, because once you cannot, someone told me when you invest, you should not invest in what you do not know. And the first rule of investment is do not invest in anything that you do not know. You understand? Because if you do not know what you're doing, then what's the essence? Yeah, that's so interesting to know that you've been in the business for that long. I didn't even know it. It was a shock. Okay, so for someone who's looking to invest in global markets, now we're calling them global markets, what would you tell them? Like, what are the characteristics of someone who would want to?
Sure. Someone who is interested in global markets is someone A, wants to have complete control over their time, because you decide where to trade, you don't have a boss. And B, loves the convenience of not moving around, right? Because the process of opening an account is extremely easy. Just with an ID and a PIN, you are able to open your account, you're able to transfer you're able to fund your account. You must have capital, of course, to trade in your account. So you must be able to deposit money to your trading account via M-Pesa, bank, or even card, right? Regarding the trainings, if you wish to get the assistance regarding understanding the markets, we have prepared a curriculum as Windsor. We also provide online trainings that are all free. So you're able to just log in, attend the session, we're able to give you materials, and more importantly, we're able to have a good walk with you. Because we don't think training is just giving information. Most trainers consider that training is not just telling you what's the kind of stick, how does the market move, this is what happens, that is information. If you Google and read long enough, you understand what you do with someone else. Training is assisting you become a novice trader, to an amateur trader, to a competent trader, to a professional trader. Right? So these are all cases. Yes, exactly. And this is all happens when you have someone who's able to guide you and assist you, which means we are always checking your progress. So in our trainings, we generally try to make sure that, yes, I'm saying that because there are even traders who have all the information, but they have still not become competent traders, and that's because they don't have someone who's able to correct their mistakes. Right? So we took up mentorship and training and combined it. So I'm able to check on the trade and say, no, you didn't trade right here, this is what you should have done, this is what you should have done. You go back, you implement the corrections, right? You come back and you see whether those adjustments have made you a better trader. Now that is trading. You're literally acquiring a new skill, and FX is a life skill, it's not just a money skill. Something you can do till you're 70. For as long as the market is available and open, and you have a registered account that is fully funded, you can trade irrespective of you're 90 or you're 19. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So the younger generation have really taken up to FX in a big way, right?
I had, sorry,
yeah,
I had my brother talk about, see, you're not going trader. And I was like, what are you saying? Gen Z, what are you trade? And he's in high school.
Yes.
And then, that's a story of the Forex market. And I was like,
60 to 70% of our clients are below 35.
Yeah, those are young.
Below 30. Yes. We are waiting for exports in universities. We get a lot of interest for young guys. 90% of people who join my trainings are very young guys. They are curious. The comfort of trading from your phone, the convenience of never leaving your house, the ability to make good money, because FX has good returns, right? And all you have to do is analyze a chart and then decide where the market is going. Is a hell of an opportunity first and foremost, right? Now, regarding as to whether many people benefit from it by understanding the dynamics of trading, now that's a different conversation. But the very structure of FX is a fantastic thing. It's not a scam because you can take a position or you put a trade, quote unquote, and hold it for a year, right? Nobody's rushing you, right? Unlike normal betting, which we have been put under a same category. Yeah, it's true. There is no game you're betting against here. At the end of that game, there's no timeline. You just decide how long you're going to trade, how many times you're going to trade, what you're going to trade. It's just an intelligent decision. And so my work and prayer is to be able to help my traders make more intelligent and rational decisions, sustainable decisions, to help them understand this and hopefully even become better traders as we go along. And we think FX can be a sustainable source of income for young generations because they don't have to rely on anyone, right? And they're able to access the market 24/7 and they're able to trade the market and do better at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talked about training. I was just wondering, for someone who wants to join the training, what are the requirements?
Good question, yeah. So the requirements are basically just have a funded account with us, register an account with you just go to our website, windsorbrokers.com, right? It will take you to the Kenyan portal. Just register with your email address and your telephone number. And after that, you become on our site a BDM, an account manager will call you just to follow up. If you finish your application, which means you should have uploaded your ID and your PIN, they're just normal documents. Even if you open a bank account or a CDS account, you still be required to have those documents. So we require an ID and a PIN. And in less than 10 minutes, if you upload those two documents, your account will be validated, up and running, and ready to be funded. Once you fund the account, by the way, if you fund up, say, $50 or $100, we will also give something called a deposit bonus of $30. Our money is credited to your account, right? So that we can top you up so that you have a bit more capital to trade. All right? Of course, a disclaimer, in all honesty, is that you're not allowed to lose our money. So technically, you put in 100, we'll give you 30, so you have 130, but you're only going to lose 100, right? If you lose, but if you make, you have more capacity. The lot size you put per trade, the amount of risk you're pushing to your accounts, you have more capacity to trade because you have more funding, all right? If you deposit about $500, we normally give you a 20% deposit bonus. 20%. So if you deposit $1 million, as you have seen a lot of clients deposit, $1 million shilling client will get 200,000 extra credited to their account, so they're liable to trade with 1.2 million. Right? Some like it, some don't, but I think it's called a power bonus. It's able to give more capital to trade, and that's how we go about it. Otherwise, those are the requirements to be able to do trade. Just a real account.
So what's the minimum amount of money one can deposit?
Our platform accepts a minimum of $20. $20, yes. And of course it converts, like you never have to actually go and buy dollars, just put on M-Pesa shillings, then when you put, before you credit your account, deposit money to your trading account, will show you how many dollars that actually translates to, depending on the exchange rate. So someone doesn't have to go and look for dollars, it's shillings deposited, converted into dollars in our system, credited to the trading account, at the point of withdrawal, you also withdraw the dollars, we multiply that by the shilling amount, then we credit the shilling account amount to your investor. So a client never needs to go and look for money. That's the good question. People think because trading is always in foreign currency.
People, even in the DMs, people are asking me, hey, what's the least amount of money
they say, what $20?
Invest? So you heard, it's $20. That's all you need to start your trading career. You see, and the global markets is a very sustainable economy. So it's going to help you grow if you are interested in becoming a trader. So let's loosen up a little bit.
Sure.
I would like for you to tell me 3 myths about Forex.
Sure.
About global markets.
We can use them interchangeably, really. Myths is that the first one is that FX is gambling. It's not. Right?
Take note.
It's not.
FX is not gambling.
It's not gambling. Just because a lot of people don't have the right information, the right training, the right guidance, and the right support, they end up not performing well in it. And so they end up labeling the investment as a scam or gambling. And it's because they did not use the right path to get into that particular investment.
Yeah.
That's the first myth. The second myth I'll probably say is that it's a get-rich-quick scheme. Right? That it's going to make you a millionaire overnight. Right? It's going to make you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? And this has been perpetuated by guys who, were South Africans, especially bowling, parties, popping bottles and champagne.
Yeah.
It's an investment like any other. It's just a different class. It just requires a bit more understanding. Otherwise, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you open a trading account, have low expectations, trade carefully, and anyway, we discuss this in training, but that's not the myths about that.
Yeah.
The third one, this is a personal one purely from being a trainer, is that the more time you have spent in FX, the better you are. That does not apply. I tell my trainees, FX is not linear. Right? Just because you've spent 7 years in FX doesn't matter. You cannot quantify your progress based on the amount of time you have in it. And it's a big problem. I see it in my training, right? If a doctor tells you I've been a doctor for 7 years, and another person has been a doctor for 1 year, then automatically the 7-year doctor has probably had more experience, therefore they're better. In FX, no. You are better because you inculcate and you practice the right habits, right? You understand the discipline, and you're able to implement the right process to trade. If that will take you 6 months to learn, you'll be a fantastic trader in 6 months. I have traders who have been this for 7, 8 years, and for as long as they have not yet started doing the right things, does not matter how much time you have. Therefore, the benefit to that is twofold. If you're a new beginner, you have as much chance of becoming an excellent trader as someone who's been trading for 9, 10 years. Really? Yes. It's a fantastic thing. And also, you need to understand that you might spend so much time in FX and not necessarily get the absolute value from FX because you have not yet inculcated and practicing the right habits. That's important.
So it's in the habits.
It's completely the habits. I can take a trader who has never heard of FX. They're curious about FX. I can turn them into a proper trader in 3 months. Yes. Really? Yes. That's a different thing to say, but having trained hundreds of people.
I was actually telling them, I'm in school learning.
Yes.
Once I'm done learning, you see, I have a trainer here.
Exactly.
So once I'm done learning, I'll come to the streets and train.
Exactly. And actually, the problem is most of those guys don't come to FX as a clean slate. They are coming with certain myths, ideas, concepts, ideals, right, that have been perpetuated by people who had no business perpetuating those business ideas. They were misleading those guys, but they did not know they were misleading guys. So like someone tells you, you should plan to doubling your account. Your $100 account can easily become a $200 account. Is that factual? It's not factual. The few people who manage to do that end up creating a problem for themselves down the road. So because they did it once, they perpetually try to do it over and over again and cause a problem. So they tell their friends, their family members, some online community, this is doable, this can be done. So it was important, Diana, to come and have this conversation with a brokerage firm. Someone who is speaking from a point, factual point. Right? We have the understanding, we know what we're talking about. We train, we create this curriculum to inform and educate the public. And believe it or not, a huge chunk of training is wiping 50% wiping away the myths that these guys have. Right? The information they were told, which is misleading, misguided, wrong. Right? Doubling an account is ridiculous. 50% return on account is ridiculous. But unless someone who is holding the account tells you it's ridiculous because you have the data going back 34 years, by the way, Windsor is 34 years old, right? Statistically speaking, anybody who's going to double an account is going to lose an account in less than 90 days, right? Really, yes. So when I say something, it's factual. When another person says something, they're being optimistic and hopeful, or they need to one-off, and they think they can keep on duplicating that situation. You can't, right? So, and unless someone tells you that authoritatively, and hopefully you become a better trader, you will not know what is truth and what is not. And another problem we face in our business, Diana, is that every topic can have his own opinion. So someone who's been training for a year, because there's a social media following, looks like he knows what he's saying, right? You don't know whether the statements he's showing you and the snapshots he's showing you are legit or not. You don't know whether that was money made last year or not. You don't know whether it's a demo account or a real account. You just don't know. And unfortunately, because people are so hungry for information, anafanyaga FX, he's in FX, let's follow it. You don't know who has the credibility enough to be listened to. Not everyone warrants your attention, but because FX is a new business, it's exciting, it appeals to the youth, it's really being sold via social media. A lot of people don't get to have the right information. And talking to a broker is a big deal because we are the highest, in the hierarchy of who can speak on FX, nobody's higher than us. We hold the market, we provide the market, we hold the accounts, we teach and train on the markets, we guide, right? We literally have the entire 360 aspect of the market. So anything we teach you and tell you is factual.
So guys, we have a professional. We're not just in the streets telling you how you need to trade or just some quick fix, get rich scheme. No, it's not. You can actually come to their offices. It's on business.
The office is Parklands building, which is on the junction of Limuru Road and the second Parklands. It's just before Agha Hospital, in a nutshell, in case you've not been to Parklands. Those first Parklands, second Parklands don't confuse me. So there's an all-up petrol station right before you get to Agha Hospital. Right? There's a building on that intersection. On one side, we are facing the park, on Limuru Road. On the other side, we are facing second Parklands. So we are at the intersection of two roads, or right opposite the all-up petrol station. The building itself is called Parklands building. We're on the 5th floor. Windsor Brokers, just come. We'll have a conversation. We have meetings. We have trainings. We have here. Although all our trainings are online, you can call us and we can have a meeting, maybe one-off, just for you to get a better understanding of the market. Or at least you can call us and we can have a conversation to help enlighten you a few more and deal with a few aspects of FX.
Yeah. So now I feel like it's important for you to now tell them about Windsor Brokers.
Correct. Yeah. So Windsor Brokers is a licensed brokerage firm in Kenya. We're licensed by CMA, Capital Markets Authority. There's an actual law, an act of parliament that was structured to regulate this environment. We are 34 years old in the market. 34 years old. We've been doing this thing for 3 decades plus. Right? We started in London, then we have a few other places we have domiciled in. We're in Jordan, we're in Seychelles, and we use Kenya as a hub because, as you know, of only 16 countries in East and Central Africa, only Kenya has regulation set up. So yes, we got our license about 2020, 21, right? Because we've been running for a year, 2021 November. But actually we've been in Kenya for 17 years plus, right? Actually 19 years now. But now in Kenya is now when we are fully operational and licensed. And we are on 5th floor of Parklands building. We're happy to serve you, happy to engage, right? And like I said, happy to train and provide the service as well. We've done this thing for a very long time. We're one of the, for lack of a better word, oldest brokers in the world. And we think Kenya is a great potential. We have set up, we serve both corporates, retail markets, but mainly in Kenya we see most of our niche being retail markets, and that's why we have a very aggressive training. You can just go to our website, windsorbrokers.com. You can see the 2 types of accounts we open, zero and prime. And more importantly, we allocate an account manager to you to assist you, to guide you, should you be stuck in any process. Then after that, you come to my side where you go to assist you in the actual training. Right? We have an updated portal, by the way, Diana, where we even give trading ideas on a daily basis. We're able to give trading suggestions. Exactly. We send our clients emails. We call it research. We're not allowed to give our clients signals. Right? You cannot offer a market and tell them how to trade it, but you can research it, which is actually what they do, right? Research and trading. And we support our clients using ideas on what we think the market is going to do. We require our clients to do their own due diligence and their own research, but to make work easier for them, we still go ahead and, on top of offering the market, we give them research ideas. I'm happy to say that it's sent every day in the morning, and then after that you can see whether it makes sense or not. And most of the time it makes sense.
Okay. So a while back you told me Windsor Brokers provides a platform for trading.
Correct.
Windsor Brokers does not trade.
Yes.
So I wanted to understand that.
Yeah.
Please make them understand, because that was one of the questions.
It's a very technical question.
What's a broker? What do you mean broker?
Correct.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, because most of the times the word brokers
means something else.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah.
it has been mismanaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Windsor Brokers is the company that is licensed to provide the global markets to you. Right? There's a trading platform called MT4. Right? So basically we provide the market on one hand and hold your money on the other hand. Right? That's an important distinction. The CMA has two structures, 2 licenses regarding Forex business, right? In fact, when you hear someone, you're either in one or the other, right? So a broker offers the platform, then then you can, the other parties to be a money manager or a fund manager. Yeah. So so we just provide and give them access to the market. The other kind of license is basically for people who want to trade the market, right? You can either trade as an individual, you don't need a license for that. It's your own account, it's your own money, it's your own investment. Or you can be licensed to trade on behalf of other people, right? So basically you require a license to trade for other people. Really, yes. Which means you've been assessed, you have structure, you have put in money with CMA in case something goes wrong, they're able to take some of that money. And that's a way to protect clients, basically speaking. This regulation was put together 4 years ago. FX market is only 4 years regulated in this country. It's a bit
4 years.
Yeah,
That means it's quite young
extremely
in Kenya.
Extremely young.
That is an opportunity for you to invest in the global markets.
Correct.
Because if it's only 5 years, right now, I mean, it's 4 years.
Yeah, for 25.
Actually, it's turning 5.
Right.
So that means you have an opportunity to grow as it grows. So this is the best time for you to trade. And as Wachira said, there is no age limit. As long as you have your ID and your KRA pin,
Correct.
you're good to go.
Yeah.
So the last question as we wind up.
Yeah.
What is your advice to anyone who has had all this backlash about global markets?
Correct. That's a good question. We know the market has not necessarily been given the right information.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of backlash because there was misrepresentation, scams, people taking people's money and saying they're trading for them, and all kinds of chaos. And my advice is we are hoping to clean up that environment by having this kind of conversations. Diane, thank you very much for coming. We're going to enlighten and educate a lot of people. Some of them are going to become Windsor clients, others are not going to become Windsor clients. It doesn't matter. They have learned something. They know there are more credible information. You don't give anybody money to trade for you. You open an account in your name. If someone claims to be a trader and you've assessed them, you can give them your logins to trade your account. But you're the only one who can deposit, you're the one who can withdraw, if you choose to go down that road. However, you can also learn yourself. You can learn to trade yourself. It's a skill that is really important. For no money down, we are able to teach you, guide you, and if you instill the right habits, you can become a good trader. And it's not guided or governed by age, right? And you can start with a very small amount, learn to be a good trader. The catch, to answer your question conclusively, is that there have not been many people who know the right thing to do, and the people who have that information have not either been available to give it or not bothered to give it, right? So the structure of opening an account is quite straightforward. You just have an idea of a PIN. Regarding trading an account, you trade yourself, or you take your funds to a fund manager in FX, or you give your funds maybe to someone else. We have an arrangement with, you see that quite separately. Right? There are a few people here and there who are good traders, but you don't give money to anybody else. You should have complete control and access to your own account. You should trade yourself, and that's what we hope is the biggest plus. Of all those options, that's the one that's best. And all you need to just learn, right? We have materials, we have a curriculum, we have online classes. Every day they are there for free. And more importantly, it means I have taken the time to go ahead and create one-on-one sessions. So between 2 and 5 p.m., I'm just giving a Zoom link, and you can click it, and we just one-on-one. You can tell me I'm not understanding this part, I'm not understanding this other part. It's basically tutoring, except it's free. Because I realize most traders are just giving people information, not really making people better traders. That's an important thing. And also, I know where the good traders are. The average trader may never meet a good trader in their life, right? So because I know who these people are, sometimes I link them up. This is a competent trader. This is someone who's trying to learn. That we connect them in one way or another, just to facilitate and see if they can maybe have a good conversation, and they can. Until a trader sees a good trader, they'll never know what good trading looks like.
Sure.
Yeah, and they will know where to start looking for these guys. And social media is not a good platform. It has a lot of half-baked goods, pretentious people. Exactly.
And also you can trust it.
Exactly. So going through a broker is always the best and safest way. Get trained, learn the skill, correct the skill, and get with a trainer who hopefully is a competent trainer, not just someone who's going to take you through the course. In 8 weeks or 3 weeks, then you've become a good trader, now you're done. No. It's a journey, right? But the trick is to know the things you need to do, then keep them doing well, and hopefully start seeing the results of your hard work and your commitment.
Okay, you heard it for yourself, guys. As in, you can trust Windsor Brokers. They've been in the market for the last 34 years. They have all the information you need before you even start trading. They even train you. They give you They have a curriculum. Right. Can you imagine? So this is an opportunity for for you to become a better trader, to become a good trader as a matter of fact, and cultivate the right habits so that you become a good trader in the market. So thank you so much, Wachira, for coming over to explain to us, because I've learned so much. I feel like this video was actually made for me because there's also a lot to learn as well. And guys, feel free. I will leave all the contact information. I will leave everything you need so that you can start your trading career. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for your time.